What's up, J Fusion fans, and welcome back to another video. And this time we're taking a look at Kamen Rider Saber's first episode. So I want to talk about this episode in a bit more detail. So I probably would mention some very important points that are considerably spoilers. So major spoilers ahead, and although I will mention a lot of spoilers, I will try to not spoil everything so you guys still have something to look forward to. And of course, I would like to remind everyone as well that this video is not for viewers under 13. Okay? So let's get started. Now the show starts not from Toma's perspective, but we're actually introduced to a character named Tassel. Now, this Tassel seems to serve as the show's narrator and actually gives us a backstory of what kind of world Wonder World is. So, we do see in like the previews and such that Wonder World is, of course, a magical place where fantastical beings exist, and like this world seems to be created out of some kind of storybook. Now, Tassel also mentions a book that has all of the stories, all of the information written, all of human history as well, which seems to have godlike power. So, this book seems to be an important plot point to me, and this book may be very important, especially in later episodes, so please keep that in mind. So, Tassel also mentions that there is a secret organization, which is the Sword of Logos, although he doesn't mention it, but it was already in the press conference, and uh, yeah, it was already mentioned there, so we do know about the Sword of Logos. So this is a group of people who swore to protect this powerful legendary book, and it appears that one of the Sword of Logos members betrayed the group in order to obtain that godlike book to gain power for himself. So this could be Kamen Rider Caliber. So since then, there's been a struggle to protect the book at all costs, and we are shown one of these battles. So in this battle, a mysterious swordsman who actually wields the Rekka, the very same sword that Kamen Rider Saber uses. So this swordsman is protecting a young boy. And we also see this boy a bit earlier. So the sword, or rather their enemy, the Megiddo, uh, had attacked, and this boy is looks like he's trying to save a little girl who is suddenly sucked into a different dimension. So we would also have to keep this scene in mind because this may play an important uh, role in later episodes. So yeah, we have to remember that too. So this mysterious swordsman protects this little boy, and he appears to use the last of his energy in order to defeat the enemy, and then he suddenly vanishes. So after that, the boy wakes up holding a familiar ride book in his hands, and everything fades to white, and then Toma wakes up. So yes, this little boy seems to be Toma. So this boy grows up to be Toma, and we do see him running his bookstore, and he is visited by his editor May, who pressures him to finish the uh, manuscripts that they need uh, for their latest book, perhaps. But yeah, that's what they're doing. So of course, Toma uh, delays it because he remembers something and proceeds to go outside. And while they are outside, this is when the enemy attacks. So we are introduced to the first monster, which is a golem-based enemy. Now, we do also see that Megiddo has their own Wonder Ride books, but they appear to be blank. And we also see what kind of things that they can do using these blank ride books. Now, of course, we are introduced to uh, Storius, Zuos, and Legis, I believe. So these are the three generals of Megiddo. Of course, they are accompanied by Kamen Rider Caliber, and uh, they appear to have some sort of plot, uh, in order to gain power, in order to obtain that legendary book. So we also meet them in this episode, and they send out their first monster today as well. So uh, Toma, who is trying to face the monster, suddenly remembers that he has his Wonder Ride book. So I have mentioned earlier the mysterious swordsman that wielded Rekka before. So when the young Toma rather, sorry, when the young Toma woke up, he does have a familiar ride book, and this turns out to be the Brave Drago. So he transforms into Kamen Rider Saber and fights the monster. Now, what's interesting about this transformation is that uh, Toma transforms as if he knows how to use the Seiken Sword Driver and the Wonder Ride books already. But it appears that the Wonder Ride books, because it is a book after all, contains the information that Toma needs in order to transform and fight properly. It's not really explained or shown, but maybe the transformation process also kind of gives away that concept. So I guess I can cut the show some slack for that. Instead of just, oh, you transform because you already know how to use it. Yeah, that kind of situation doesn't sit well with me, especially when I remember Kamen Rider Go. Like Woz just tells Sogo that you know how to use it, but like what? This is just the first episode, and how would Sogo be able to use it? So Sogo just transforms, and he knows how to use it. So yeah, that wasn't really explained very well, or you don't have some sort of explanation as to how it happened. But at least with Kamen Rider Saber, because their gimmick is based on a book, there's information in the book. It's magical, so maybe all that information is transferred to your head somehow, and that's how uh, Toma is able to transform and fight properly without anyone around having to teach him how to do it. So I guess there's that. So yeah, they defeat the monster and everything's back to normal. And of course, we go to the ending. So the ending theme. So it's been a very long time since I have seen an ending theme song for Kamen Rider. Now, like any theme songs, that play in between, I don't think of those as theme songs or ending themes rather, but they are just insert songs. If you watch TV here in Japan, and at the end of each Kamen Rider episode, like you just cut off to like there's a flash on the screen, like whatever device that they used for today, and then we do skip the preview of the next episode, but there is no song. Okay, there are no ending credits, but this one we see Kamen Rider Saber have its own ending theme song, and I haven't seen that actually since Kuga. I may be wrong, but Kuga was the last Kamen Rider that I saw that had an actual ending theme song and an ending credits. So yeah, and of course, we also see the dance that was featured. So yes, it's kind of like a Super Sentai in that regard. So uh, things are changing perhaps for Kamen Rider as well. So yeah, I am going to say that uh, compared to Kamen Rider Zero One's first episode, this one felt weaker to me at least. Like some of the things that weren't explained, like again that the transformation sequence. Uh, I guess I was trying to rationalize it by thinking that, oh, maybe the books had the information needed to transform and fight. So there could be that, but overall, well, I do enjoy the suit. I do enjoy the action, and we do get a proper background, or we do get an explanation as to how the Wonder World works. Uh, there is a lot of CGI involved, definitely, in this show. So uh, it's probably quite expensive to animate, but yeah, there's a lot of heavy use of CG, and because it seems expensive to make one, just one episode with a lot of computer graphics and all that, it may be that in between the CG levels would go down and then amp it back up in later episodes, particularly in the final. So I think that's what's gonna happen with the CG. But yeah, there's a lot of CG in this one. So, anyways, I'm going to give Kamen Rider Saber Episode 1 a 4 out of 5. Not as impressive as Kamen Rider Zero One's first episode, but it has its enjoyable moments. Now, Kamen Rider Saber Episode 1 is actually out right now on YouTube through the official Toei channel, but this may be region locked, so to anyone who has VPN, I highly recommend that you use VPN to access Toei's official channel, so you can also watch it officially and legally, of course. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Uh, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. By the way, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JE Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.